This article doesn't need an introduction. It contains the coolest facts about dogs, and that's enough already. Embrace your best friend, go borrow your best friend's best friend, and enjoy interesting things about these amazing four-legged animals that American humorist Josh Billings called the only ones on earth who love you more than you love yourself. 1. Dogs lick people and other dogs for a variety of reasons. Puppies will lick their mothers or owners as a sign of affection or to show that they are hungry. In adulthood, licking becomes a manifestation of submission to an authority figure. Thus, if your dog is licking you, he is probably trying to tell you that he needs something, such as food and/or attention. 2. Licking someone helps dogs feel better. Licking your face releases endorphins, which help your dog calm down and relieve stress. But if he's licking himself all the time, it could indicate he's bored, or has a skin problem, in which case you should talk to your vet. 3. If we were to roll over in our beds for a nap, it would seem like a waste of time, or an ancient superstition. But to dogs it's a matter of old habits they won't give up. The fact is that dogs have inherited this peculiarity of behavior from their wild ancestors. Before going to bed, they trample tall grass with their paws, scaring away bugs or snakes and turning it into a soft, cozy bed. 4. You should never leave your dog alone in the car. According to the American Kennel Club, a dog should never be left alone in the car under any circumstances. Not only will she miss you, but according to the Brightside website, the temperature inside the car rises quickly whether it's parked in the sun or not, and a dog's body overheats quite easily. 5. Puppies are born blind and deaf on the first day of life. A puppy's eyes are tightly closed, as are his ear canals. Why? In a nutshell, it's part of an evolutionary compromise. Since pregnancy can interrupt carnivores' ability to hunt for food for a while, evolution has taken care to keep the fetal period in dogs short. A short pregnancy period means that females do not need to take long breaks from hunting. However, because dog embryos spend so little time in the womb, only 2 months or so, pups are not born fully developed, including ears and eyes. 6. Dogs understand the power of puppy eyes. According to a 2017 study, dogs raise their eyebrows to make puppy eyes when they realize people are looking at them. Shelter dogs have learned this trick too. Puppies who use it tend to find new homes faster than dogs who resort to other behaviors, like tail wagging. 7. Dogs improve your attitude. The feeling of happiness you get from watching a bunch of puppies playing with each other is genuine. Studies have shown that spending time with dogs, especially in stressful situations, helps ease tension. Also, interacting with these cute creatures can lower your blood pressure. They like to go for walks, which promotes better health. 8. One of the most prized breeds has remained popular since the Renaissance. The little lion dog is a miniature long-haired dog that has remained a popular breed since the Renaissance. It was even depicted in a number of paintings of the period. Since small lion dogs are rare today, a puppy of this breed will cost you $10,000 in some parts of the world. 9. Dogs can understand up to 250 words and gestures. The average dog has the intelligence of a 2-year-old child. 10. Dispelling the myth that a wet dog nose is a sign of good health. There's a very common misconception that a wet dog nose is a sign of good health. The real reason is quite different. One explanation is that dogs constantly lick their noses throughout the day to keep them clean. Another is that a wet nose helps them cool down. Dogs don't sweat as much as humans do, so they breathe heavily and release extra heat through their noses. A special gland in the nose produces a clear fluid that helps them cool down faster. 11. Dogs know how you feel. Dogs can recognize your mood. A 2016 study by scientists from the universities of Lincoln and Sao Paulo found that dogs are able to respond to people's emotions, even those depicted in photos. 12. Dogs have an exceptional sense of smell. Dogs can detect smells 10,000 to 100,000 times better than the average human. They have 300 million olfactory receptors, humans have 6 million. Moreover, the part of the brain responsible for smell is 40 times larger in dogs than in humans. 13. Dogs breathe differently than humans. While humans breathe in and out the same way, dogs breathe in through their nostrils and out through slits located on the sides of their nose. The air circulates through this system so that the animal is always picking up new odors. Bloodhounds also have the advantage of hanging ears that repel new odors. 14. Dogs can be jealous. Any owner of 2 pets will tell you that dogs definitely experience jealousy, and it's true. A 2014 study confirmed that your pet takes offense when you pet other dogs in front of him. 15. Their paws can smell like popcorn. If you think your dog's paws smell like popcorn or corn chips, you're not alone in that. The folds and crevices between your dog's paws are full of bacteria and yeast that develop as a result of moisture. These microorganisms create a variety of odors. Proteus or Pseudomonas bacteria are most likely to be to blame for your dog's paws smelling like tortillas. There is no need to wash your pet's paws all the time. A subtle odor is perfectly normal. 16. Guide dogs go to the bathroom on command. Usually guide dog owners use commands like "do your thing" so that their pets can go to the bathroom. This lets them know when and where to clean. 17. Dog nicknames have changed a lot over time. In 2018, the most common dog nicknames were Bella, Coco, Charlie, Lucy, Bex, and Maximum. If you're wondering how much trends change over time, here are examples of some of the most popular nicknames from the Middle Ages: Blanche, Nosewise, Smilfest, Brag, Holdfast, Zafiro, Zelbot, Mopsus, and Mopsulus. 18. Dogs dig holes to survive the heat. If you find yourself in an open lawn with little to no shade, digging a hole in a place where the sun's rays don't reach is a quick way to cool off. 19. Dogs dig in the ground to hide something. Imagine that your dog is tired of chewing on his favorite bone, but wants to save it for later. Instead of throwing the bone in the open where anyone can pick it up, your pet decides to bury it in a secret place where no stranger can find it. Whether your dog returns there is another matter. Note: if your Smilfest dog is digging in the ground for reasons that aren't practical, he probably just has nowhere to put his energy. 20. Dogs adopt the bow pose to signal the practice of attack. Are you wondering why dogs bow? In most cases it is an important evolutionary function. A prime example would be playful bowing, when a dog leans forward, resting his front paws on the ground and lifting his butt up, while wagging his tail and all. The bow pose is a display of playfulness, which is important for a species that often uses playtime to practice attacking prey. 21. There are dog breeds that are cat-friendly. If you have a cat, and you want to get a dog as well, then you need to pay your attention to the following breeds: Japanese Hind, Golden Retriever, Continental Toy Spaniel, Labrador, and Beagle. Of course, each dog has a unique personality, and the above breeds do not guarantee that your cat will make friends with Smilfest. 22. Labradors are the most popular dogs in America. According to the official American Kennel Club list, Labradors, German Shepherds, and Golden Retrievers are the most popular pedigree dogs, at least as of 2014. Labradors have topped the list of most popular breeds for 24 consecutive years. In 4th and 5th place in 2018 were French Bulldogs and Bulldogs. Mongrels are also said to be quite popular. 22. Labradors are the most popular dogs in America. According to the official American Kennel Club list, Labradors, German Shepherds, and Golden Retrievers have been the most popular pedigree dogs, at least since 2014. Labradors have topped the list of most popular breeds for 24 consecutive years. In 4th and 5th place in 2018 were French Bulldogs and Bulldogs. Mongrels are also said to be quite popular. 23. The name of the breed Beagle may explain the loud barking of such dogs. The word beagle most likely comes from the French bigueule, which means open throat. The name is pretty accurate. Beagles have impressive vocal cords that are much louder than other dogs. Beagles are so talented at making sounds that they do it in 3 different ways. There's the standard barking for everyday things like doorbells or getting a new treat. There is the bark, very similar to a dog yodel, which is used during a hunt to alert other dogs that they have caught an interesting scent. Finally, there is the pitiful howl. Beagles will howl if they are sad, bored, or if other dogs do so. 24. Medieval hunters had tiny beagles. Hunters in the 13th century used pocket beagles, tiny and adorable. These miniature dogs were only 20 to 23 centimeters tall at the withers. Today, beagles reach a height of 33 to 38 centimeters at the withers. 25. The origin of the French Bulldogs is unknown, but most sources trace their roots back to the English bulldogs. Lace makers in England used little puppies to warm their knees while they worked. When the lace industry moved to France, they brought their dogs with them. There, English bulldogs were probably crossed with terriers to create bulldogs français, or French bulldogs. Because of their squat body and bulbous head, French bulldogs cannot swim, so pool owners should watch their pups carefully. 26. Hot dogs were named after dachshunds, not the other way around. A gastronomic product sold by street vendors was originally known as dachshund sausage, dachshund, sausage, because it resembled this short-legged dog. Some believe the name was shortened to hot dog when a baffled cartoonist was unable to pronounce the original name. 27. Dog tails have a language of their own. A dog's tail can tell you a lot about how it feels. A loose wagging from side to side means the dog is feeling relaxed and content. A faster wagging of the tail indicates that the dog is happy or saying hello to a loved one. If the tail is straight, it is a sign of confidence or aggression. A tucked tail usually indicates fear or submission. 28. Testing a dog's intelligence is based on learning new commands quickly. The Border Collie, Poodle and German Shepherd are considered some of the most intelligent dog breeds. To be highly intelligent, breeds must understand a new command from just the 5th repetition and follow the first command given to them 95% of the time. 29. Some dogs will look like puppies all their lives. Although rare, some dogs may suffer from pituitary dwarfism, just like humans. As a result, they are forever puppies, fluffy and small. And while the condition makes them look like adorable teddy bears, it comes with a host of health problems. 30. Some dogs can hold eggs in their mouths without damaging them. Golden retrievers have soft mouths. This means they can hold things in their mouths without damaging them, an important skill for dogs trusted with hunting trophies. Golden retrievers' mouths are so soft that they can even be taught to hold a raw egg without damaging the shell. 31. Dogs sniff each other's butts to get to know each other. Dogs sniff each other's butts as if to ask, "Who are you? How are you?" They can learn a lot of useful information by smell. The secretions secreted by the glands tell you about a dog's nutrition, sex, and mood. 32. Labradors are not from Labrador. They are actually native to Newfoundland. In the 18th century, large Newfoundland dogs were crossed with smaller water dogs to produce small Newfoundlands. These little dogs were very similar to modern Labradors, but they had white muzzles and paws. The little Newfoundland breed eventually became extinct, but it served as the ancestor for Labradors. 33. You can get puppies of different colors from any Labrador parent regardless of the color of the parents. 1 litter of Labradors can include black, yellow, and chocolate puppies. There are 2 genes that affect coat pigmentation, so variations are as common as different hair colors in the human family. 34. Corgis are great for herding cattle. The Welsh used short-legged dogs as shepherds back in the 10th century. In those days, pastures were considered common land, so there were no fences. To keep the farmers' cattle from scattering or mingling with other herds, corgis would bite their legs. Being small, corgis would easily approach cows and avoid retaliating. 35. Just like humans, dogs have either a right or left paw dominance. They also have different blood types, and can get laryngitis if they bark continuously for long periods of time. 36. Dog mouths aren't clean. A common myth is that dogs' mouths are incredibly clean. This is not true. A dog's mouth is full of bacteria. Fortunately, many of these germs are species-specific, so you don't have to worry if your pup bestows a wet kiss on you. However, dogs also have bacteria in their mouths that are harmful to humans, so make sure your pet is healthy before interacting with them. 37. Dogs dream. Small dogs dream more often than larger dogs. Also, larger dogs dream more often than middle-aged dogs. 38. People bequeath a lot to their dogs. It is estimated that every year in the US 1 million dogs inherit some kind of property, though their money is still handled by humans. 39. There's a dog with 6 toes. The Lundhound has 6 toes on each paw, which help them climb the steep, slippery rocks where they like to dwell. 40. Bloodhounds have the best sense of smell. The Bloodhound has the strongest sense of smell compared to other dog breeds. It can even be used as evidence in court. 41. Labradoodle breeder thinks its creation was a mistake in 2019. Wally Conran, the 90-year-old dog breeder who bred the Labradoodle, said it was the mistake of his life. "I opened Pandora's box and released Frankenstein's monster," he added. "Nevertheless, we say, this monster turned out cute and playful." 42. Adoption rates are declining in 2019. The New York Times examined data from shelters in 20 major American cities and found that dog adoption rates have declined by an average of 75% in recent years. In Houston, for example, 57% of animals brought to shelters in 2012 were put to sleep. In 2018, that number dropped to 15%. In Philadelphia, the rate dropped from 36% to 13% over the same period, and in Phoenix, from 46% to 4%. Other cities, including Los Angeles and New York City, showed similar declines.